guys, so today I want to talk to you about focus and attention. Now, when I'm making a new video, I try to look and see if I've ever touched on topics before I post what I'm going to post. And I could have swore I've touched on this topic, and maybe I did and just called it something different, but just go with me on this, because I'm sure I'll give you new elements to it. I've always been a big believer in the law of attraction. Even before I knew what it was. I was, what you think about, you bring about, like attracts like. Before I even knew it was the law of attraction, I loved it and I lived it. And I was great at manifesting things for myself, like good things. You can manifest bad things for yourself, which people don't like to hear, but you can, and we often do. And what makes or breaks it, you can get all fancy schmancy and say your thoughts and your vibration and your feelings. To me, it boils down to one word: focus. What are you focusing on? Where are you focusing? And what about it are you focusing on? What I mean by that is, you could focus on wanting a relationship, or wanting a job, or wanting a house, or a car, or whatever it is. But if you're focusing on the reasons why you can't get it, or the reasons why you shouldn't get it because you don't deserve it, or why it's going to be hard to get it, you're going to prove yourself right every single time. The opposite is true though too. If you focus on having it and the joy that you're going to have when you have it, or how easy it's going to be when you get it, or thinking about, this is my favorite, the multiple best case scenarios of getting it. Because we often think, okay, because action is important on our part, which is something that's very lost in the law of attraction, I think, when it's being taught. We have to do things sometimes. So we have to be careful in our action with the multiple best case scenarios, because if you let your action laser focus you in one direction and you're not open to it showing up in another way, you're not going to get it. You're closing yourself off to it completely. So get excited about it. Think about, okay, I am working really hard on, let's say, this book, which I am. I'm working hard on this book. For it to be successful, am I gonna go this way with it or that way? Like simple things, okay? Self-publishing or getting a publisher. I'm doing self-publishing, but thinking about who's gonna see me promote it and who might love it, and an unexpected person that I'm not even thinking about. So you don't want to focus too much on the how, but you want to be open to the ways. Don't get attached to one, but be open to many, is how I'll put it. But you do have to focus on what you want. And this is true mostly, forget about what you want to manifest. What we should all be wanting to manifest for ourselves is things for our everyday life, how we want to feel in everyday life, which we, especially the last year and a half, 2 years, have really been doing a number on where we're focusing and what we're manifesting. Because I'm not gonna say trigger words on here because they might do something to the video, but just because you're not focused on the actual circumstances, if you're afraid of them, you're gonna manifest more fear. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna manifest what's going on into your life, if you catch where I'm going with this, but you will manifest more of that fear that you have around it. So for me, specifically around what's going on, I'm focusing on freedom from within and without. And external, I shouldn't say without, externally. Love, unity, the country thriving, you know, everybody thriving, being happy and smiling, and just none of this fear and anger. And I mean, passion is good, don't get me wrong, you want to be passionate, but shit's getting a little crazy. And I think collectively it's where we're focusing. And if you've been focusing on lower vibration, negative emotions, or negative things, the news, you're gonna attract more of what you're focusing on. Bottom line. Is it your fault that things are happening? No. But in your reality, focusing on things that bring you fear or make you angry, you're just gonna see more of it. So one of the things that I've been making it a point to do, and that's another part of this, is you want to be intentional. Like you could say, oh, I'm a grateful person, I'm a happy person. In times like these, if you're finding yourself a little bit easier to trigger or a little bit lower in your energy or your mood, go back to the basics. I think I said this in my last video, or one of my last videos. You have to go back to the basics. Start doing gratitude again. If you don't want to meditate, don't meditate. But it's gonna sound cliche. Think happy thoughts. Do it. Just do it. And don't do it once because you have to retrain your brain. You've been feeding it shit for how long? You gotta retrain it. So don't come to me tomorrow after you watch this video, whenever that is for you, and say, oh, I tried being grateful, or I tried being happy and it didn't work. Try it for a longer period of time. And don't underestimate the small victories. If you're wanting to be grateful because you want that big manifestation, that's fine. But don't ignore the little things. The little things that start to go well for you build momentum towards the big things and should be acknowledged in that gratitude list. I'm telling you, this is when I've been at my happiest, my most productive, my lightest. I'm telling you, it works. And trust me, like I said, we're all going through something because the world is kind of crazy. You know, we have our good days and our bad days. This could be a reminder for you and for me on one of our bad days. And it's going to be here for you to watch when you need it. And I hope that if you know somebody in your own life who's going through something, that you send this to them to help them focus on a more positive future for themselves. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here and somebody sent you this or you just stumbled upon it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hi to my returning subscribers, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.